girl, Erin.
And Gabby.
And we ain't posted a video in a long time.
Sorry,
but
y'all.
We back and better than ever.
You know.
Alright, so today's video is a mukbang with the review of The Hate You Give, the movie. We went to see it last night. And we're about to give our review on it. So, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, but before we get into the video, I want you to smack that subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment down below. Alright, serious note, let's get into the video. Wow. So, we went to, we have Chipotle.
Chick.
Oh. Blooper. Okay.
We got Chipotle, as you can see.
Alright. So last night, we went to the movies. And we was like, let's go see The Hate You Give.
We've been seeing the previews and everything. We thought it would be a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out to be a really good
excellent
movie. A really good movie.
Alright, so basically, if you haven't seen The Hate You Give,
go see it.
It's basically about a girl being black, you know, and her friend out just kicking it, and he got pulled over by a white cop and pulled out a hairbrush and got shot. If you know what's been going on in the world, you know why he got shot.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, he was unarmed, didn't have a gun or anything. Cop mistakenly thought he was getting a weapon, turned out to be a hairbrush. So, after all, and that had happened, whole bunch of controversy, people trying to get the girl to talk and trying to get the girl to stand up for her friend, and you know, her family's not trying to put her in the limelight because they want to keep her safe because they do stay in the hood. But
Garden Heights.
She goes to an all-white school, basically.
All-white school. And the day the boy died, well, the next day, the white kids protested justice for Khalil, because that was his name. And all it was just a protest to get out of class.
Basically.
They sympathized for him, knowing they didn't know him, didn't give a F about him, but just skipped their tests and stuff. And Star, the main character, his best friend, the girl, she just became pissed throughout the movie. She's getting madder and madder and madder about what's been going on around her. And she explained how she lives two different lives. She lives the Garden Heights, the hood girl life. Then she lives the white people. Wilmington, was it the school?
Wilmington.
Something like that. And her best friend fell out because her best friend sympathized with the cop instead of the kid, knowing that she had a black friend. And just was like...
Mind you, her best friend is white.
Mm-hmm. And she was just like, I feel bad for the cop because his life mattered too. And just, you know, stuff like that.
Now, like Erin said, if you know what's been going on lately, a lot of black issues and Black Lives Matter, you know, we've been dealing with this for how many years?
Since the Trayvon Martin thing. Maybe before Emmett Till thing.
Yeah.
Emmett Till was the first person to get murdered by white people.
You gotta see that movie. She does have a Tumblr where she shows all of the black people who were wrongfully killed by white cops.
Mm-hmm. And it's just really sad because we really live in that time now. It's just like, it was just so mind-opening, and it's just like, dang, you really have to be so careful what you do and just how you are. Like, basically throughout the movie, the cop didn't get indicted, of course.
Of course.
So they blamed it on Khalil for his own murder. Like, they were like, well, he was a drug dealer. He was this. He was black. He was bad. Like, all this stuff.
Mind you, he was selling drugs. He was selling drugs. But he was selling drugs because he found out his grandmother has cancer. Mm-hmm. She has to take chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is not cheap.
So he had to get money in it. And that was the quickest way to get some bread, you know.
And Star, she's a very smart girl. It was 3 of them growing up. It was Star, their other best friend, what was her name? What was it?
Natasha, yeah.
And Khalil. Natasha died when they were younger. She died when they were 10 by a drive-by. That's why her parents wanted to send them to a better school. Get them out of the ghetto because their hood school was a breeding ground for pregnancies, drugs, gangs, and everything. So that's what ended up happening. And it's so funny because we some suckers. We was in the theater
crying. I cried like a baby.
Crying like some babies. But
it was just so sad.
I think we were crying because it was like, oh yeah, it's sad, but it's real. Yeah. Like that's really how it is nowadays for black people.
And Star has a white boyfriend. Like they're so in love. They're so cute, but he had to tell her, like, I don't see color. Like, I love you for who you are. Like, I don't do the whole black and white thing. I just see people as people.
He was a
real one. He was
good.
Because she told him, if you don't see my blackness, you can't be with me. Mm-hmm. And blah, blah, blah. He was like,
I see you.
I see you. Like, I see people for people. And that's how I think people should be. Like, we all bleed the same color red blood. We all piss and take poops the same way. We eat the same way. Like, why can't people just love people for who people are?
But it's so funny because people are just
separated.
Yeah, they're just so set in their ways, where it's like, oh, okay, I have this skin color, I can get more stuff than you can because you have that skin color. White privilege is real. Like,
it really is real, though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard white people blatantly just say in front of me, like, I'm sitting right there, and they said, oh, I feel bad if I was black. Like, I could not be in a black person's shoes. Mind you, this person was white. I couldn't be in black people's shoes. I would be so afraid to even drive now. But I love black boys, and I can do this with black boys, and black boys love me because I'm just this, that. You's a hoe. That's
and you know what?
And you know who you are if you're watching this.
Anyway, but you know what scene really caught me off guard? It was the scene when she was talking to her uncle. Mind you, the one who plays her uncle is Common. Common is a cop. He's a cop. So they were having a conversation at the kitchen table. This was after a big commotion that happened at the house. I'm not going to tell you what happened. They were sitting at the table and she was asking him questions about, why does this happen? And he was telling her, like, you don't know what goes through a cop's head when they're pulling someone over. And then you being a female in the car, they're trying to figure out if you're hurt, you're scared, or, whatever. And he said that when they, tell you to get out of the car, put your hands up or put your hands on the car, whatever they tell you to do, that their main instinct to basically when a black person moves or goes to reach for something is to shoot. So she asked her uncle, so if the person was white and they move or made any flinch, what is your instinct then? He said to tell them to put your hands up.
Yep. Not to shoot, but to put your hands up.
But to put your hands up.
But a black person to shoot them automatically because they see them reaching. That shit is real.
Me personally, that pissed me off because
that is real.
It's ridiculous. Just because we have a certain type of skin color, meaning we're more, harmful towards other people.
Like the lady said in the movie, even though we unarmed, we really not unarmed because our skin color is the weapon that they so afraid of. They just afraid of black people, period. So, like they said, they just gonna shoot automatically because that's the weapon, the skin tone. You black, oh pow. And I have nothing on me, nothing. Like I'm not afraid of cops because I'm gonna just do what I have to do to stay alive. But after all that's been going on, I can definitely say I would be so afraid to get pulled over. So afraid.
Yeah, I'm scared that even though, not
Even
to
if
say
I-
anything, even though we are lighter skinned, we're still black.
Right, so don't be a colorist.
We're still black. So I mean, it's like we get that same type of fear when we're getting pulled over too. But it's like if a white person is driving and they get pulled over, it's like, okay, license and registration.
Right, like I would be so afraid to even reach for my license and registration.
Exactly.
Cause they think
That's
I'm
what
pulling
happened
out
to
something. Like
what
I'd
was
rather
his
them
name?
just go in my glove compartment and get it. Like, no, you go get it.
That's what happened to, what was his name? Philando Castro.
Oh yeah.
That's what happened to him. He was reaching for his license and insurance, didn't have no gun on him, and they shot him through the window. In front of his baby, might I add.
And like Tupac was saying thug life. You know how he explained the thug life thing if y'all seen the Tupac movie or whatever. In this movie, The Hate You Give, thug life is basically the hate you give little infants as everybody. Which means it starts from childhood. It starts as a baby. Like you grow up hating people. You grow up
By
learning
the environment you're brought up, your parents and everything.
Your parents teach you about what's going on in the world, and you begin to hate this certain type of people when you're younger, and it carries on through life, and it repeats over and over again.
Like I seen this post that
That's
said,
a thug life. So all you white people out there, y'all are thugs too.
I seen this post that said, what did it say? Racism, you're not born with racism, or you're not born a racist. Is taught.
It's taught because it is. Because you come out as a baby, you don't know what a black person is. You don't know what a white person is. You don't know what Asians are. But you're taught about, people teach you about them. So you're going to learn what this certain type of culture do with these certain type of people.
You learn,
you begin to hate. Or whatever you do. You begin to love, you begin to hate, you begin to whatever. But you're taught racism. You're not just a racist person being born into the world. Like I said, we all bleed the same color blood. We all shit and pee the same. We are all humans. And I'm so sick of this Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, all of that stuff because from the black community. Because y'all kill each other. Where's the black on black? Why is it so much black on black crime?
And then you want to get mad when a white person kills a black person.
But what about you?
You're killing your own. You're killing your own.
You're literally murdering somebody for no reason.
It's like, how can you want to support your own or go for your own when your own doesn't care about,
Right, until a white person do something. Then they all come together as one. Then it's back to the same cycle again.
It's not.
Oh, corny.
It has to stop. We don't want to repeat the cycle. It has to stop. This cycle has been going on for years. And it's like, when will it stop? It's not just black
How
on
many
black.
more of us gotta die for it to stop? Till we all wiped out? I don't get it.
And I think one of the main reasons why they really fear us is because they fear our intellect. They fear how we carry ourselves. Black people invented just about everything we use
Right,
nowadays.
but now they put their names on it.
Exactly.
And then that's what history is taught in school. You're taught about the white people. You ain't really taught about black people who made this, and that. Y'all not taught that. I bet y'all don't even know who the real first president was.
Exactly, because it's definitely not George Washington. It's definitely not.
He is not the first president. He's the first president under the Constitution, but he is not the first president. Period.
The first president actually isn't he black? The first
He's
president,
black,
yeah.
so it wasn't Obama either. For all you smart people.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. The movie was excellent, and the dad in the movie, was probably my favorite character.
Yeah, he was so raw. Like
the dad, excuse me, taught them when they were younger. What did he teach them? It was something about the Black Panthers.
He taught them the Black Panther rights and laws, like what you have as a black person. Like, you know how if you got pulled over or you see an altercation between white people and black people, and they tell you to, you pull out your phone and record and tell you to stop recording.
That's your right.
You have a right to record because that is your phone and you have a right to record. So for all you people out there who be scared to pull out your phones, don't be scared.
Pull it out.
It's
because
your right.
That's proof.
It's your right.
It's proof.
He taught them so much. He was a really great father.
He was
going to die for his family. Watch the movie, please. But he was such a great father.
Like, a great father. And their mom was
a great example for a man. Not even just a black man, a man, period.
It was a really great movie, y'all. It'll really show you that, like, this is what black people go through on a daily basis. Like, when I see a car pulled over and I see that it's a black young man, I just instantly start praying for that young man, because it's like you don't know what could happen. So anything could happen. And, like, God forbid something does happen, but anything can happen. It's like
the stuff that's happening is just repeating itself. It's just with a different name every time. Like, the list goes on and on and on and on. So who gonna be next? Why do they have to be next? They don't.
I just don't like the whole, like, yeah, we doing this for our hood and this is for so and so and I'm trying to rep my hood and everything. How are you trying to rep a place that's owned by a housing authority?
Right, you don't own nothing.
But
this Chipotle is so good.
It is. It really is.
I've been eating mine. Such a
I haven't. Because I can't, like, I'm trying to get my thoughts out. I can't think about today's issues in food.
Nah.
I'm gonna burp. While burping, you fart.
There you go. I have to let it go. Whew. My mouth hot now. What did I just eat?
Did you put hot in your bowl?
I did, but I think I just ate a chunk of it.
Anywho, it's sad. It's really sad. Like,
did we mention we cried? I was crying. I was trying so hard not to.
I think we did mention we cried. We did cry. Like, it's so sad to the point where my little brother, he's 16 years old. He'll be 17 in December. And I'm so afraid of, like, something happening to him just because he is a young black man. Like, it should never get that point to where I'm just afraid of something happening to him just because he is a young black man.
It should never get to the point where we're afraid of the people who's supposed to be protecting us. You swear on you do all that going through the cops' school
to protect our community and our
and
people, but you
killing us. What you expect us to be afraid of? What you expect us to do? Retaliate to you? We don't want y'all pulling us over. We're gonna get mad. We're gonna be sorry because we like, damn, here I go. I'm about to get shot. Here go my day. Thanks.
Let me go ahead and put my hands on the dashboard. Don't touch nothing. You go grab my license and my registration.
Yeah, because I ain't grabbing nothing.
I'm not going for nothing. It should never have to get to that point.
Put me in your car and you go search mine.
Exactly.
Because I'm not doing not a thing.
I feel like if I'm reaching for a dang on piece of gum, you gonna blow my head up because I'm reaching for a piece of gum? It's really sickening that it actually had to get to this point, like, especially with a lot of the deaths that's been happening recently. Like, we got Sandra Bland, we got Eric Gardner, we got Trayvon Martin, we got Tamir Rice. Like, that's too much for Lando Castle. Like, what's the other guy?
A whole bunch more. I don't even know. I done lost count now. I done lost count, lost names.
Arlington, Sterling, or something like that. It's just like, it's too much. Like, we should never live in fear every day of our lives. To the point where, like, oh dang, I'm gonna walk out my house, I'm gonna get shot. Whether it's by our own or a cop. Like, it should never get.
I'm so sick of seeing kids with guns and going to jail. Like, do you not know you have so much life to live?
I'm so
but
sick
you're gonna
of
live it in jail?
I'm so sick of kids being killed, period.
Period. Everything. Why are you trying to join a gang?
Period. So why the fuck? Okay, period. Period. Like any periods, like period. No, bitch. Period. Okay. Fuck, like period. You heard it? Okay. Period. Okay, period. Honey. Okay. Period.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to be somebody that you're not? You're not a gangster. You ain't no real thug.
I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
You're all lame.
But, you guys, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. It's a really good movie. It's an eye-opener. You might cry a little bit. You might cuss the TV with movie screen out, because we sure did. You know? But you guys go get it. You go see that movie. It's worth it.
Definitely. 2 thumbs up for me.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Like. Spam the comments, you know.
Do all of that.
Turn up on our page.
Shout us out.
You know. Give us
You
a
shout
little,
us out, we shout you out in the
You know,
next
we
video.
got you. We got you. Give us some ideas for our next video.
Yeah. You know, this page is it's gonna grow. And we need help.
Get us together.
I mean, you could support Anya and everybody else. Why can't you support us?
We ain't out here shaking our tails, you know.
Right, we ain't being no thoughts. Like the rest of y'all out there.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Hey hoes, just stopping in to say goodnight. Don't let them bed bugs bite, cause I know some of you dirty bitches got some. No shade.